Hey, what's going on? Mr. Dave in the Rock Pile, and I talked to you guys yesterday about this big, crazy, insane job in Alpine, which is awesomely only 12 minutes from my house. Thank you, Jesus, because the long drives get old. So I'm very thankful we got a great job here. We're starting out some of the preset rebar. It's a brand new pool, and so we're going to integrate the rebar right into the structure of the pool. We do that by giving it an L bend, and sometimes we'll put it underneath the steel, sometimes on top. It's you can see when you look at pool work, the benches and stuff, sometimes they just lay things on top, but they tie them off, and all the concrete locks everything together. This thing is a crazy, insane pool. It's 11-foot deep end right there they're gonna have. We've got our whole crazy grotto structure that we've been starting to stub out again prior to the shotcreting of the whole pool, and it's 1/2 inch, so we're getting a major muscle burn on this stuff. It's quite a workout, and the engineering requires about 4 or 5 inches on center, all the verticals. So we may have to epoxy steel in some here and there. We'll see what the inspector says. These are dome structures, so they really are extremely strong. It's not just a cantilevered, floating out in space kind of structure that you'll see with some of the engineering. The engineers like right angles. It's a lot easier to do the calculations, I think. I don't even know how you do dome calculations. I know they have a way. I think they use pi a lot. So anyways, I'm going to show you this piece of rebar that we got stuck with. It's 60 grade, I think it's called, right guys? Is it 60 grade?
60,
yeah.
60, schedule 60.
Schedule 60 or something. And it's sort of a little disguised, sneaky little son of a gun. It looks like what the schedule 40 or whatever the regular 1/2 inch rebar is that we can bend, but it does not want to bend. So let me grab a stick and I'll show you how insane this stuff is. It looks like your average everyday innocent little 1/2 inch piece of rebar, and the way I bend rebar is I use my knee to do like a right angle bend, and I'll show that with a 3/8. So when I normally do it, I put it underneath here, and then I go to pull. That's like the best I can get. And I think this one, I think the gods are just being nice to me and letting me bend it more than usual. This stuff is a nightmare to bend. So we're using this, and we have a lot of curves, as you've seen in some of our other videos and stuff, and a lot of the rock structures. They're not straight lines with easy curves, so we're doing a lot of different bends and stuff. So using this Schedule 60 stuff has been a bit of a nightmare, but so we're using that in just very specific places. For example, over here on this part of the grotto entrance, this is the northwest corner of this structure. This is going to have an overhang rock structure, sort of like a visor rock, you might say, and then it's going to enter into this enormous interior space. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a piece of rebar going like that. That is the bottom of the slide that's going to begin all the way up and out, somewhere up there, come into the structure, and then exit right in a waterfall. And it's going to be a crazy engineering, crazy process of trying to figure it out. As some of you guys know, I like to use these little twisty guys, and they go pretty quick. I know guys use spools of tie wire on their hip, and they just blast it and get it done quick. I think there's also an electric gun you can put on there, and it goes zzz and puts a tie wire on as well. But I use these actually, and I hold the wire and I bend and use it to shape my rock. So having one hand be able to hold that in these little loops is really good. So Daniel, let's walk inside this bad boy and take a look at this. What we've done in just basically like 2.5 days is all we've been putting in on this bad boy. And all the pool that we have here is going to have 6 inches on top of the steel, and so they're really going to be going a little crazy with it. You can see this back wall, how much steel they have. It's all 1/2 inch stuff. It looks like you're in prison, sort of. Sort of are. So this will be the bottom of the slide. These are pylons or casing tubes. I call them sonotubes. I guess they're quick tube by Quickcrete, probably. Yeah, Quickcrete. So these are paper or sort of cardboard. We cut off 2 pieces and we put them together, and so this has 5 pieces of rebar in it, and this is going to be something that we pour up solid when they do the pool. Bend those out wherever we need them to go to support the structures and the roofs and the floors. Right above me there's going to be a pond that you can hang out in, and there's little walls, railing rock walls if you will, and then that's going to exit the pond and it'll run down and there'll be a waterfall over here in some fashion. And right here we have the slide going out. This wall we're blocking it off because we don't want any possible entrapment kind of thing, so we're making it so no one can get through here. And you can look out, but that's about it. But this side will be open unless we change it, and so people will be able to come and go. So there'll have to be someone paying attention to make sure that the slide rider isn't going to go in when someone's swimming out right there. We may still change that. We're going to have to figure out if that's the best way to go. But inside these whole spaces, we're going to have benches going all the way around, so they'll be able to hang out inside this crazy big room. There'll be windows on top, places where you can get light in here, and we definitely need a lot of light to get in here. This is the first part we did over here, and this is going to be one ginormous column of solid concrete to about here. This is a huge, it's just a basic big structural aspect of it, but it's going to be all faux rocked out. It's almost at the verge of, you know, wanting to like trim it back and do thick walls as opposed to a solid pour, but the difference when you add 3 inches on both sides, it's not that much mud difference from what we're going to be doing anyway. So this is going to be one solid, totally structural. It ain't going nowhere. You can put a big tank on top of this bad boy. It is so strong. So this will be a waterfall you can walk through and jump out of and swim through. That'll be dropping about from that piece of rebar there. That's approximately where the waterfall is going to be going from. And over here we see this bench going across, and that's a whole space in there that is inside the cave kind of thing. Again, we bend our steel in and tie it in, integrate it into the pool structure itself. And I'm pondering having an open sort of a railing so you'll be able to look inside with a nice big window to see who's in there and what's going on. Hand them a Coke, whatever. The slide starts again going to be up here somewhere outside this perimeter wall, and so some of this rebar I'm going to bend out, create some platforms out there where if and when it makes sense, and so this will all be faux rocked out. This whole thing will start tapering in, because right here is water level, right where this piece of rebar is. This is the top of the concrete pour, and then they'll usually do a little bit of a coping on top, so water level is probably about right here. And the bench is coming up, 3 or 4 inches as well. It's an enormous bench. It goes all the way around the side. On the other side of the pool, they're going to have bar stools, and they're actually going to have a kitchen, a sunken kitchen, over there next to the spa. So you'll be able to kick back on your bar stools in the pool and hang out and have a Coke, a beer, a beverage, a sandwich, a barbecued burger or something, So this place is just going to be so awesome. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update on it. A lot has happened just in the last day or two, and this is how we do it. This is the work that goes into these things, and it's a big organic process of trying to figure out how to fit all the things in, and then functionally get a slide to go through this thing. Never done that before. I've had them go around the outsides, on the other side, but not through, and so we're looking at the exciting challenges of putting that together and making that work. So anyways, it's Friday, TJ Friday, y'all out there. Hope you had a good one. God bless you guys. If you want to learn how we do this, go to davehenderson.podia.com. davehenderson.podia.com. Got a lot of free stuff there for you. Downloads, PDF downloads. Got some videos that I talk about prepping for shotcrete, and that sort of covers the whole thing with conduit, burlap, chicken wire, sprinkler systems for your planters. We're using planter pots in this one too. We're going to be doing, and so you got that there, and some courses you can purchase in my little book, $25, and that's a great little thing. Put a lot in there. It took me months to draw that up and write it out and get the pictures. Over 200 pictures, I think, in that thing. But anyways, remember to be thankful and forgiving. Those are the 2 keys to a happy life and a better life. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are taking the burden on your shoulders and giving it to God. Get it off your shoulders. It's a crazy time. We're not supposed to bear these burdens alone, man. So find a spiritual place that you can go and get some relief. You know, place I go is Jesus, so you can check that out if you want. But you know, find something that feeds your soul. We really need to do that, man. So anyways, like I said, www.daverhenderson.com for my blogs and links to other platforms. And I think I blabbered on enough. So have a good one. Be kind to one another. Tell someone you love them. Make someone laugh and or make someone smile every day. It's a good way to live. So God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you on the rock pile. Mr. Dave checking out.